Welcome everyone. Nice to see you all here.
Hi, I'm Gulshan and this is Lynn.
This is Lynn.
Yes.
Very nice to have you with us for a nice meditation. We'll just mention a few subjects before we get into it. We were last week talking about some of the mental health self-help exercises that psychologists are recommending, because there is a real shortage of psychologists currently. There is 1/3 of the population, well, this is American research we were talking about, where 1/3 of the population are experiencing mental health issues because of the stress of the current times. And another interesting point, just to follow up on that, if you do happen to get a psychologist's appointment, which is $280 for half an hour currently, a little bit prohibitive, but the bottom line is they will recommend meditation. So you've come to the right spot if you want to look after your mental health and other things. The other thing I wanted to mention was the weather. I did want to talk about the weather.
It's been a lovely day today.
It has. We have had a lot of rain. No, but it's interesting that we do have a connection with the earth as well. And, you know, when you are, you may notice that when you are feeling very speedy and action and getting out and about and doing lots of things, when it rains a lot, it does take you in another mood. So just an interesting thing to reflect on, the effect of Mother Nature on our subtle system as well. So just something to keep in mind, which we will refer to again later on, how connected we are to the earth. Maybe Gulshan will take us through some deeper cleaning and a deeper meditation afterwards. But let's get on to the meditation. If it is your first time today, don't worry, we'll take you through what we do, which is to get our self-realization and get connected to our spiritual energy. We will have a deeper meditation after that if you've been here before or you have been meditating for a while. But first of all, we'll talk about that concept of getting your self-realization. So knowledge has come from different areas, and in the 4th century BC, there are treatises written in India about our subtle energy system, which is quite interesting, that everything here that we'll talk a little bit about and that we're going to use in our yoga has been written about in the 4th century BC. That's an awful long time ago. And the other interesting point is that these times are mentioned as the time when you can get your self-realization. Now, that term self-realization is actually a culmination of awakening your inner pure desire to be connected with your spirit. And that is, it has a term, it's called the Kundalini Energy, and it literally resides in a bone within us at the base of the spine. Shall I get you to be the pointer lady? So this subtle energy system that has been written about a long time ago consists of 3 energy channels that we work through. And that we've got. So these 3 channels are actually connected. They're inside our spinal cord. Oh, I've got the slideshow on. Sorry, you can't see me. 1 second. Stop sharing. Okay, how's that working? Here we go. Sorry, everyone. We said hello and pointed to things without you being able to see us, but these are the wonders of technology that sometimes fail us, or we fail it. So this is the subtle energy system that Gulshan's going to show you. The triangular bone at the base of the spine is where our pure desire to be united with our spirit resides. I must mention that Sahaja Yoga doesn't work through the brain. So we are going to go in our meditation above our thinking brain. So whilst you do need to understand it logically to go into it, it happens above your brain, out of the thought process, and gives you a release from that thought process. So what physically happens is that Kundalini energy, which is, as I mentioned, our pure desire, on you asking for her, it's a mothering energy to be awakened, she will automatically rise up through our central nervous system, that central channel there, which is actually our present. Where we're functioning day to day, every day, is in our past and in our future, which is represented by these two channels. So the yellow one there is the future and our action and our thinking, and the blue one there is our past, our emotions. So we swing between the two, and of course during our busy days we do need to use that yellow channel, the future channel, quite a lot. But the remarkable thing that happens when you awaken your own pure desire, that Kundalini energy residing at the base of the spine, automatically you can be brought into the present, and she will go through all of your energy centers. So along that journey there you have these chakras or energy centers representing everything about our nature. So not only do those centers look after our organs of our body at that area, but also we have qualities and things about our nature that manifest at those areas. So yes, you can see those there as well. Those qualities that we have are at each of those energy centers, also represented by different stages of our evolution. So different incarnations or saints came on earth to give us a bit of information and try to evolve us, help us to get on the path of becoming better human beings. And they're at each of those different levels. So we won't go into who they all were at the different centres. Perhaps we can jump to the one where we are now, which is at our brain centre. So that's represented by the incarnation of Jesus Christ at this centre, who tried to show us how to forgive and evolve and stop thinking so that we can become more spiritual people. So the seat of our spirit is on the top of our head, as are all of those energy centres are up there as well. Our heart is where our spirit is waiting for us to ask for that energy residing at the base of the spine to be awakened and connected and rise up past our brain, past our thinking, and take us into meditation. So that's the goal. A bit of a long story how to get there, but there's a lot to it. So it's not just simply saying an exercise and stopping thinking. It's a physical happening. So it doesn't just happen in our brain. It doesn't just happen by saying it. We have to feel it. So there is a process we go through called self-realization initially. Then we have a shortcut that we practice each day. So the first step is to take our attention inside. We'll use our hands to take our attention at the various energy centres. We'll ask for those qualities to be awakened within us, and we'll ultimately ask to go into that state of meditation, our self-realisation, to strengthen that, to awaken that process within us. Now, it's a lot of blah, blah, blah from me, but, you know, you have to be logically satisfied with what you're doing before you can start to feel that. You know, you have the ability to ask questions if you wish, if you're on Zoom, in the chat area. I can give you that facility. Otherwise, at the end, we'll open the chat line and feel free to ask any questions.
Lynn, you mentioned this is something that's come from 4th century BC. How is that Shri Mataji made it so easy where now it's very ancient knowledge, but yet it's so easy for us to access it now. And why did Shri Mataji do that?
That's the special thing of these times that were mentioned long ago. So she's herself developed this way of awakening that energy within us and giving it to others. So once you have that awakened, that feeling, you can pass that on to someone else. So that's the specialty of the times, in that it's a bit of a revolution, really, that everyone can get it now. And that's the process that Shri Mataji has started. She's taught us how to do it, and we can now show you how to do it. So anything else we should mention to everyone, Gulshan?
No shoes.
Oh, yes. So you may see where, oh no, you won't see it because, but we have taken our shoes off. So we mentioned Mother Earth, well, we mentioned Mother Nature. So this is a way of keeping connection with the earth as well. So we'll take our shoes off. So if your shoes are not off already, please feel free to do that. We do take off glasses as well at some point. If you haven't got to see something in particular, then you can also do that. So feel relaxed, be in your favourite chair, be on the floor, and just try to relax and not think too much. So you can keep your eyes open and look towards this photograph of Shri Mataji, who gave us this method of getting into meditation, or you can close your eyes once you're feeling comfortable to do so. So what we will be doing, and I'll show you before you close your eyes, we'll be putting our right hand on the left side of our body. So we'll take it onto our heart, we'll take it just under the rib cage, we'll take it to our hip area, we'll come back up just under the ribs, we'll go to our heart again, then we're going to go in the corner of our neck and shoulder, turning our head a bit so that we can hold it nice and firmly. We'll drop our head into the palm of our hand. We'll probably take our palm behind as well, drop the head backwards into the palm, and then ultimately we'll be stretching our fingers out, placing the palm on the top of our head. We'll be pressing down and circling the scalp a bit and asking for that realization, for that meditation and that state. So if you feel like closing your eyes now, you can, otherwise just looking towards the photograph. So just taking your attention onto your breathing for a moment. So don't try to enlarge your breath or stop your breath, just watching. And let's take our attention to our heart by placing our right hand on the left side of our heart. Keeping your attention on yourself. So we're going to ask a fundamental question that many of us have asked throughout our lives. Who am I? It's just asking to yourself, who am I? Who am I? Taking your hand down now, just under the ribs, the top of the stomach there. The question to ask ourselves now is, am I my own master? Do I really listen to myself, my true self? Or am I just trying to live up to expectations around me? Am I my own master? Let's go down now to the hip area. So you can just push your fingers in to into that crease between the leg and the body. So this is the area where we can ask for our pure desire to be awakened, which is also our mothering energy, our mother Kundalini. So we're asking our mother, our own personal mother, spiritual mother, Mother, please give me the pure desire and the pure knowledge of myself. Coming back up to the top of your stomach, just under the ribs there. So having awakened our own pure knowledge, our pure desire to be the spirit, Kundalini, we can now affirm that I am my own master. Mother Kundalini, I am my own master. So this energy, this Kundalini energy, informs us everything about us, ourselves. So we can come up to our heart and we can answer that question now, that I am the pure spirit. I'm not this body, I'm not this mind, I'm not the emotions, I'm the pure spirit. And coming up to the neck area, so we hold on to the neck and the shoulder area and turn your head a little to the right. What stops the flow of our Kundalini energy, our pure desire here, is if we feel guilty. And unfortunately, we feel guilty all the time. So we want to be good people and we feel guilty when we judge ourselves. So let's just take out any guilt that's blocking this center by simply saying, Mother, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. Say it quite a few times. I'm not guilty. If your attention wanders, just take it back to your breath. I'm not guilty. And let's go up to the forehead. So just dropping your head into the palm of your hand. So if you can squeeze it a little bit either side, that's also good. Just let it fall into your hand. And here we're going to clear the passage through this brain center by simply saying that, Mother, I forgive everyone. And I forgive myself. I forgive. Just feel the weight falling away out of your head. I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. Just in general, forgiving everyone. Let's clear this center from the reverse as well. So tipping your head back into the palm of your hand. And we can just ask, Mother, if I've made any mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Just to clear this head out completely. If I've made any mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. And coming back up to neutral position, stretching the palm, fingers coming back. Place the center of your palm, you can bring your head a little bit forward, onto the center of the top of your head. So that's at the fontanelle bone area, that soft spot when you were a baby. Pressing down with the center of your palm, and you can just massage the scalp, turning it in a clockwise direction, which is left, forward, right, back. Just massaging the scalp there, and at the same time, really desiring and asking, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Give me my connection to that all-pervading energy of divine love all around me. And Mother, please strengthen my self-realization. Can repeat this exercise as many times as you like, and simply say that, Mother, please strengthen and establish my self-realization. Really desiring from your heart. Please give me my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please take me into the 1,000-petaled lotus chakra above my brain. And then just letting the hand rise up a little bit. Your attention can follow your hand. Keeping your attention up there on top of your head. Just feel that moment for a while. Just try to feel the gentle flow on the top of your head. And slowly opening your eyes. Just be aware if your thoughts have stopped, you're feeling quite peaceful. And we'll check again later after we do the second meditation in a moment. But we've got a video from a program. It's a video excerpt from a program in the UK that Shri Mataji gave, so it might be something interesting to watch. But again, keep your attention up there on your Sahasrara, that seventh energy center, and see if those that feeling of meditation increases while you're watching the video also. And then Gulshan will take us the next step. So I'll just pop that video on for you.
We have done no living work whatsoever. We cannot do it. But when the Kundalini rises, you'll be surprised in many people who have problems on their centers, you can see with naked eyes the pulsation. Under your hand you can see the pulsation of the Kundalini rising, and you can feel the pulsation on top of your head here. And when the pulsation disappears, you feel the cool breeze coming out of your head, out of your own head. All these things are to be verified. There cannot be pretensions about it. Reality stands by itself. It does not need any support. So when all this happens to you, what you get? The self-knowledge. And what is the self-knowledge? Is to, first of all, to know about your own centers. Now a person gets lunatic without knowing that he is getting lunatic. A person gets cancer without knowing he will get cancer. Whatever happens to him, he does not know what is happening to him. He has to go to doctors, spend a lot of money, everything, and then the doctor certifies, no, you have these 10 diseases in you. And that now you'll die after 1 month or so. You don't know how it has developed in you, how it has come suddenly to you. But when these centers are out of gear, then you feel this is wrong with you, that is wrong with you. Because you are realized soul, and you can feel it on your fingertips when the centers tell you that this is wrong with you. This is not only on physical side. Physical side is the minimum that you get. But you find out about emotional side. You find out about your spiritual side also. Very clearly that spiritually where are you. Just to certify yourself that we are twice born people or we are this and this is misleading yourself. You have not been kind to yourself, I should say, and not honest to yourself. You have to be honest. We have to find the truth. And we have to get to it, because it is our own. This is our right to have it as human beings. And you cannot pay for it. One thing, if you understand, you cannot pay for it, you will understand what is reality. Like the seed you plant in the Mother Earth, how much do we pay to Mother Earth? How much did we pay to Christ? How much did we pay to Rama or Krishna? To any one of them, how much did we pay? But those who are now commercialized all these ideas, we are just getting lost into it. So we have to little bit have a soul searching and find out, where am I? I have to find the truth. And I must get to it. This is the time that the whole world has to emancipate. This is the resurrection time. Or we can call it, this is the last judgment. But you will be judged by your own Kundalini, who is your mother. She doesn't trouble you. When you were born, your mother took up all the trouble, all the labor pains upon herself. She didn't trouble you. In the same way, this Kundalini doesn't trouble you. And she's anxiously waiting. I'm myself amazed the way these days the Kundalini is rising. Of course, today we have so many people, I'm sure you all will get realization. But in a place like Paris, where I never had such hopes, 1,000 people getting realization, I was amazed at that. And all of them full of joy, laughing. I've never seen French women laughing that much. They've never laughed normally. And I was amazed that all their cheeks were up there, up to their eyes. And I said, what's the matter? They said, but I don't know from where this joy is pouring. That's the quality of the spirit, that you start feeling so joyous. And the joy doesn't have the duality of happiness and unhappiness. It's singular. You just feel it from within yourself, you enjoy yourself. Please, after that. Right? Is he a Sahaja? You're not a Sahaja, then please don't take my photographs, all right? Please. So, then another quality of the spirit is that when it comes into our attention, the light of the spirit comes into our attention. Like supposing this room is completely dark. We don't know how we relate to each other, where we are sitting. If we start walking, we might tumble over other people, we may try to trample some people. But if there is light, you see, you know where you are sitting, where others are sitting, what is your chair, what is their chair. So in that light of spirit, you develop a new awareness, a new dimension, which we call as collective consciousness, which is described by Jung very clearly. Jung has talked about this, and that is what happens to you. It is not a false thing that, oh, I am collectively conscious. No, it happens to you. Means you can feel the chakras of another person, you can feel what's wrong with him, and you know how to correct it. Under your hand itself, the Kundalini will rise. You get the powers. You get your own powers to raise the Kundalini and give realization. I mean, now I cannot go all over the places. Sahaja Yogis are doing this work. You all get those powers of raising the Kundalini and giving realizations to others so that they find their own self, their own spirit. So the absolute knowledge can be only known through self-realization, because whatever you want to ask like a computer, the answer comes.
So that's very interesting, the
That
qualities
was.
of your self-realization, that you can feel all the centres of others and feel the centres of you. But Gulshan, how about you take us a little bit further
Well,
along
we are
that
going
track?
to now try and clear our chakras and our left and right side, and also strengthen our chakras. And this is all happening in one class, realization and how to clear your chakras. So there's one physical exercise we go through. This is at the beginning of the meditation, and then it is at the end, and it's a shorter form of raising a Kundalini. So we bring our left hand in front of us at the base of where the Kundalini is, and the right hand rotates in a clockwise direction, so coming in, going out. And as you bring your left hand up, you watch your left hand, tip your head up, and we tie a knot. And we do that 3 times for the 3 channels within us. So bringing it up nice and slow, watching as the hand comes up, tip your head up, and we tie 2 knots. And then for the 3rd time, for the 3rd channel, we tie 3 knots. And that is literally tying our Kundalini on top of our head. And then we place ourselves in bandhan, or protection, which is, again, we use our right hand, which is the hand of action, starting from the left side, over the top of the head, to the right and back. That's 1. We do that 7 times for the 7 chakras within us. And the last one. And it's good to bring it over the top of your head so that you're actually covering all your chakras. If you just do it to your neck, then you're only covering that part. So it's important to cover all the way up to the top of your head when you do that nice big sweep over the top of your head. So now, really easy. This is something you can do in the morning or preferably in the evening as well after you come back from work. That's really handy to just balance your left and right side, because sometimes or most times when one's been at work or being out and about and you come across various people and you absorb and empathize with them and their issues, and you may feel your left side you feel very tired and heavy, and if it's been raining, you feel a little depressive, or if you've been really busy and hectic at work, you're feeling quite agitated and jangly. Well, let's do it in 5 minutes. That's how easy it is. So to clear the left side, just drop your right hand towards the earth. And we're going to watch the photo of Shri Mataji, which you can see on the screen. And you can keep your eyes open if you wish. And here we are going to just ask our mothering energy, Kundalini, or you can also direct your questions to Shri Mataji. Say, Shri Mataji, please take away all the darkness, all the heaviness, all the lethargy, all the qualities that are being diminished by the negative energy within me. Please remove into the earth. Shri Mataji, please take away all the obstructions from my left side into the earth through the right hand. Shri Mataji, all the negative energy, all the obstructions that are making my left side weak, please let it be cleared and please let it be strengthened. So here the principle is that we are keeping our left hand on our lap and we're absorbing the vibrations from Shri Mataji's photograph, and then as they come through our left hand, they clear out all the negative charged energy that is within us out through the right side. Now we're going to swap our hands. The right hand comes in your lap, and the left hand, just raise it up from your elbow onwards. And here we ask for all the heat, excessive heat, all my over-planning, all my overthinking, all my worries, all my excessive worries, and my futuristic plans and thoughts and worries, and my agitation, and the anxiousness. Shri Mataji, please let it be released from the right side into the air through the left hand. Please cool down my right side. Please cool down my thoughts. And please let me feel the calm within me. I surrender all my worries to you, Mother Kundalini. Please manage me. And if you do feel a little bit of tingling sensation on the fingertips in your hands, that is a good sign of sorts, because it's one showing you that all the chakras that are connected to our fingertips, they are communicating with us. And if you're feeling tingling, it's just showing you if there is a clearing that is required and the process is happening. The Kundalini does that by itself. So she's just working away. Well, all we have to do is just place our hands and allow her to do it for us. Mother Kundalini, I surrender all my thoughts, all my thoughts. Now just give your hands a quick rub, and we'll place them a little bit higher than above our lap. And here, just ask the Mothering Energy to please give me balance of vibrations in both my hands. And also, please clear the central channel within me. Mother Kundalini, please rise, please rise. And a really good practical way to do this is, let's use our right hand, bring it in front, just raise your Kundalini, bring it up to the top of your head, and let's do that a couple times. She's waiting and she responds immediately as we raise her up, strengthen her up, and place her on a sahasrara, just up here. So. Might just get us to also place our head into our hand. And here, just say a few times, I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. And for the last one, again, let's just place our hand on top of our head on the fontanelle bone. A little bit of pressure, and just rotate your scalp nice and firm in a clockwise direction, as Lynn showed, which is starting from our left, forward, right, and back. And please ask Mother Kundalini and Shri Mataji to please strengthen and establish my self-realization. Please establish my self-realization. Keeping our attention on top of our head, eyes closed, Lynn's picked up a beautiful little piece of music, and I might just request her to play that for us. While that music is on, try and keep your eyes closed and just bring your attention to the top of your head. So try and watch that space on top of the head. And you may notice some thoughts coming by. If they come, let them come, let them go. We're not going to engage with our thoughts just for a few moments. Let the thoughts bypass and keep our attention here. You just slowly open your eyes and just watch how you feel on your hands, within yourself. And perhaps you may have noticed that you didn't have any thoughts or not as much of thinking process happening. And that's the first gift of Mothering Energy, Kundalini. As she rises, she sucks our futuristic, the ego, and the back of the head, the superego, so our thoughts from the past and the future. And she sucks them away and we get our mental silence. And this is being your own physician of sorts, where you're experiencing mental stillness within us. So you're aware of your surroundings, but you're not thinking. And thoughts come down, so you can feel the silence within us. And that is the first step of being in meditation, but also that is where we nurture our Kundalini and we nurture our chakras and we strengthen our chakras. So this was the meditation, and we request you to do that, if possible, every morning and evening. But before we do anything, we might just finish up by raising the Kundalini and place ourselves in abundance. So the left hand comes in front, and just rotate the right hand in a going out. And we tie a knot on top of our head. Second time, 2 knots. And for the third time, 3 knots. And the bandhan starting from the left side, over the head to the right and back. That's 1. For the second chakra, for the third chakra on our navel, for the 4th on our heart, for the 5th on our throat, for the 6th on our forehead, and the 7th on top of our head. So this is the way to begin and finish your clearing and the meditation, all under 10 minutes and you're done. So as easy as that.
Time won't be an issue.
Yes, and this is where Shri Mataji stepped in to make things easy for us, because it would take ages to sort of balance yourself and clear yourself, and you needed a special teacher. Well, she's given it to us, the cake with the cherry on the top as well. So it's for us to take it home and now strengthen ourselves and work on ourselves.
Homework for this week.
Yes.
You can never raise your Kundalini and put yourself in bandhan too many times, but you can not do it enough times. So, job for the week is to try and keep raising your Kundalini and feeling that meditative state as often as possible. So even you may have just had a little meditation in your special place you found, so please, in your home, find your spot that's your meditation spot. But then you've moved on to doing something else and your attention's gone down, you're thinking things and whatever. Raise your Kundalini again and take it up there. You'll be surprised how well that little job you're doing goes if you raise your Kundalini and put your bandhan on. So that's your job for the week.
And it's practical as well, and you'll feel it, you'll notice it, so worth a try.
And there's some certain things we can do to help us feel our chakras more. So we'll move on to that as well next week, maybe with a little hand massage or something. And using the elements of Mother Nature as well. So when you're feeling left-sided, you use hot things. So if you're feeling cold, you want to make yourself hot. If you're feeling hot, you want to cool yourself down. It's quite practical, but anyway, that's that's to come.
Yes.
But your homework is there. We do have another Learn to Meditate session, which is for regulars and beginners on Wednesday night, a little bit later, so that's 10 p.m. Sydney time, but it may suit you or not. I've got a signal here, so maybe I'll give you, who are on Zoom, the opportunity to ask any questions. I'll give you the chat access while we're looking for things like that. Let me see, yes. So you have got the chat ability now, so feel free to put any questions or comments you want to make. Is that what you were telling me, Surrender? I'm just seeing our tech man over here.
He's pointing to the screen.
His finger, but I'm not quite sure why.
To the screen, perhaps. Does anyone have a question? You can type it away in the chat. And we are
Hi, Joyanne.
to answer.
Nice
Joyanne.
to see you there. Welcome. And don't forget your homework.
Yes. I will look forward to seeing you next Monday again, and thank you very much for joining us today. Really nice to have you.
And feel free to give your comments in the chat if you would like to do so. Where's my chat button? Have I given you that power? I'm sure I have. Chat. Just make sure you really have got that ability. Yes, you can now. So it was very nice to have you all here. That was a very nice meditation, Gulshan. I'm not sure who it was who had the wonderful vibrations, but thank you.
The music was really good too. I really enjoyed that piece.
Could have been Madhav here.
That
could have been
he
had the wonderful vibrations in Sahasrara. Thank you, Madhav, for that, bringing those vibrations here tonight. And to finish us off, you can listen to this lovely music we've also got. I hope it's got a video with it, but let me just try. Okay. Sharing. Let me just get that online first. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Okay, here we go.
I believe there's another question, Lynn. Surendra's pointing to the screen.
Okay, let me just check. Ah, Ashraf, thank you. First time in 15 years, loved every part of it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ashraf. That's very nice.
Where are you joining us from, Ashraf? Are you a Canberra person or interstate? Please let us know, type away.
Oh, Sydney.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Excellent. Do join us again. That was very nice. You might have been the one responsible for the lovely vibrations just then. So I've got this music. I think it's coming. Bear with me, and we'll see how it goes. Bit of violin. So we'll say goodnight and take ourselves offline. Unless there's any more comments, feel free. Looking forward to seeing you next time.